What's up,
It's
Aaron?
Monday.
Welcome back.
Yeah, no, we just keep skipping a week, coming back, skipping
every
a week,
2 weeks. Okay.
Aren't a lot of major holidays on Mondays now, actually, this
I don't
year?
know. Thanksgiving is with the Thursday,
Yeah.
but
Thursday, Friday.
I don't know. Then when's Christmas? I have no
Who
idea.
knows? All I know is I have that day off from work, and that's all that matters.
Yeah,
I mean, Ed's already in Christmas mode.
yeah,
but as you
he's
can
he's
see,
ready to go.
They said skip Thanksgiving, we just went straight to Christmas.
Most people do that. I know around here we'll start seeing Christmas lights popping up next week. I'm sure. So
Christmas is on a Sunday.
Sunday.
Oh, I get paid for Sunday.
Yeah, I guess we won't be having a live that day. Who knows? Maybe we will. I don't know. There's a lot of people.
Everybody's gonna be half drunk or half something. They're not gonna remember.
That's all right. I don't know what we're doing for Christmas this year. We haven't decided. There's a multitude of things that we're thinking about doing, and none of which will probably work out because we had a bunch of different ideas for Thanksgiving too, and we're going somewhere. We're not cooking at home, so it is what it is.
Do they have or you could try to find an Airbnb that does like a whole turkey Thanksgiving dinner included in the rental?
No, don't bring that up. Sarah was, when we were at the casino, Sarah's like, they do Thanksgiving here, don't you? And I'm like, yeah, that'd be a great idea. I'm like, well, me, your mom, my mom, me and you, and I'm like, well, that was fun. We'll be at the casino.
Yeah.
If you need us, we'll be at the slot machine. Hey guys. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. I mean, I know what we're doing. We're as of right now, we're going to Cracker Barrel because apparently. Whoa, what happened?
Oh, was that me or you guys?
I have no idea. It's all of a sudden everything
moved.
Yeah.
No, it was StreamYard actually because everything moved on the YouTube side also.
All right. I was like, come on, not right now, man.
Shut us down.
We all thought the same thing. Like,
Oh, there it goes again.
No, it must be StreamYard.
Oh, great. This might be a quick show. We'll find out. Anyways, hi, Ann. Thanks for coming in.
Ann.
I think Jimmy's frozen.
It's definitely StreamYard.
is it me?
No.
Okay.
Sarah just said everybody was frozen.
Yeah, so it's StreamYard then. It's having problems again.
This is fun.
I thought it was me. I was like, come on, man.
Well, you on my screen you were frozen like this, and I'm like, what's he doing?
It's in the back of my head. I mean,
Strike a pose. Well, we'll say hi to Ann again. Hi, Ann.
Hi, Ann.
Ann, sorry. My screen went black. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, same.
Mine finally kind of caught back up, and then everybody came back, and I was like, what? Yeah, we are going out to eat, so Sarah doesn't get stuck cleaning everything. So, yeah, that's the plan.
I love the cleaning part. That's my favorite.
Well, get on a plane.
Yeah, I was like, Ed,
I'll smoke a turkey. Come on
stop here first, and then go to Adam, and then.
Hey, if you guys are offering free food, I'll have my behind in the plane. What do you think I did when I went to
That's
New
all we
York?
had to do.
Ed will even be cheap. We'll fly you out Spirit Airlines. You're not going to make it.
He'll make it here. I'm telling you.
He'll make it to
I see
Pittsburgh.
him. Yeah.
He'll make it to Pittsburgh.
And then I remember that somebody, well, it wasn't any of you guys, but if I was supposed to go to Pennsylvania, somebody owed me a dinner. But I don't think that's happening no more.
Well, I'll take you out to dinner.
Yeah,
If you end up in Pennsylvania, I'll take you up.
Yeah,
I'll take you out. Well, I mean, okay, I'll take that back. Because if I say, yeah, if you end up in Pennsylvania, be like, hey, I'm in Philly, come on. And I'm like, yeah, it's 6.5 hours away from. Yeah, if you end up anywhere near Pittsburgh, I'll take you out to dinner.
Awesome.
No problem.
Yeah, you offered him up that pizza too, remember?
That's true.
Yeah, but you do have to try, Betos. Yeah, with the raw toppings. But you got to eat it there.
I'll eat any pizza.
It's so good.
As long as it doesn't have pineapples on it.
They cook the crust and the sauce, and everything else is cold. Like the sausage and everything's cooked, but it's cold, and then it's a mound of cold cheese and like whatever on the slice. So like they serve them to you in like those paper boats, because there's just no other way. And we've tried it to go before, and what happens is the crust is hot, so it melts. Okay. It like partially melts, and it's just not good. It's better when it's raw. It's really good though.
Okay,
definitely gotta try it now.
Yeah. There's about 800 pizza places out here you could try, and you'd probably not be able to decide which one you like.
I think by the time I leave PA, I'm gonna have type 2 diabetes then.
and carb overload.
And you won't be able to use the bathroom for a while. It's okay. Too much cheese.
It'll be worth it.
Now that you mention it, like everything in this town is like super ultra carby. Like even our chicken salads, they throw French fries on it. So yeah. What's wrong with this place?
So like Ohio.
Yeah. It's but yeah. Hey, Boldly Grow. Thanks for coming in.
Hey.
We're having some StreamYard issues, so
yeah.
You guys we all of a sudden disappear.
Or do a weird pose. Just,
It's I saw you move. It doesn't work because you're the lights behind you are still blinking. Yeah. It's not working. But so how was the weekend? Well, you were out of town, right?
Yeah.
So
my weekend was meh.
Yeah, but reselling not good.
Reselling, I sold I sold 2 on eBay or 3 on eBay. I don't remember actually. 1 on Posh and 1 on Mercari with 1 return.
Oh.
But that return, and I'm actually gonna make a video about it once it actually comes back, because it was actually a topic that a lot of people were asking about that I just didn't have the answer for. And is how does a return happen when the shoe went to authentication and it's getting returned?
Oh.
So a lot of people were because I made that video on how the process actually works. And a lot of people were asking me that, and it's like I have no idea. I've never had to go through that process, but now that I can have firsthand experience with pictures and everything. So now I'll be able to show people how exactly it works.
I have one question, and if it ruins the video, don't answer it. Does it get re-authenticated on its way back?
It does, but it does it for 2 reasons: to make sure that it's not fake, and to make sure that it's in the same condition that you sent it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, because I was like, man, they could throw in any type of fake, whatever the shoe was in there, Yeah. Like if it was a Jordan, they could throw a fake Jordan in there like fast. So good thing it goes back. That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but mine's not even a pair of Jordans; it's just some Nike Frees. So it's like, yeah. But it's good to show the process, because that's one of my most watched videos again.
Yeah, there you go.
So definitely gotta watch that. And then of course I have info on Posh Lives. I just did my onboarding today.
Oh, okay. We could talk about it. Or unless you were going to make a video about it, then we don't.
Not really. I'll make a video how it works, but not like the onboarding. The onboarding is boring.
Well, you stopped at a West Virginia Goodwill or something and found some crazy hats.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, so reselling for me, my $25 gamble worked on the blow molds. They both sold.
Yeah,
nice. both after Halloween. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had, in the years I've ever sold anything, that right after the holiday things sell. It's weird. Normally I have to go store them back. So it was funny, was on the way to Columbus, that's where we went first, Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
I told Jen, I was like, I'm going to take this blow mold to the storage unit, because I'm starting to set up my storage unit to get the stuff out of the garage, out of the house, just get it out of here.
Yeah.
And soon as we got like an hour away or half an hour away from Columbus, my phone just changed. I was like, guess what? We just sold that other blow mold, man.
Doesn't need to go to the storage unit now.
So luckily I was able to ship it out today. But yeah, that sold. This cabbie sold, and some brass dolls in there sold. So we did pretty good. Yeah, so anyways, so we hit the Benz in Columbus, we hit a Goodwill in Columbus. Not very good. It sucked. But so when we went to Charleston, West Virginia for a concert, that's what we went for. I realized there was a Goodwill like 2 minutes away from the hotel. I told Jen, I was like, look at this Goodwill picture, man. It's right by a mountain. I said, let's go check out. So when we pulled in the parking lot, I was like, what in the crap is it? This store is very small. I was like, we're not going to be in here very long. I was like, there's no way. But man, we went in there. We pulled 30 vintage hats out of this place, man.
Wow.
And it's crazy. 10 of them are new old stock with tags.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. And they're all $209 a piece, which is a little bit more than what our Goodwills charge, which is fine.
But
Dude, these hats are, I mean, the minimum I'm gonna probably get for them $50, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And then the shirts were really high, so I didn't. There was vintage t-shirts in there, but I only picked 2.
Yeah.
They were like $6, and I was like, "What? What is this?"
They were tops
for shirts.
Yeah, for t-shirts. Yeah, for normal t-shirts. Yes, they were. Just like Adam said, they were charging them straight up. So wow, I was very choosy on them because I'm like, if I can only get $12 for this t-shirt, it's not worth even picking it up. But then their shoes, okay. Ed would have loved their shoes. You guys would have loved their shoes. Their shoes were $3.99 a pair.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. So I picked up like 4 pairs of shoes, and they're all like clean condition, man. I was like, this is crazy.
And anything in the glass case?
No, this was like I said, this was a old country Goodwill, man. It was nobody knew. I'm not dissing West Virginia or nothing, but this was like there was no reseller in this place, man. It was crazy because those things would have been gone.
Oh yeah,
these were like old coal miners donated their stuff. Like, hey, let's just get rid of this crap.
Yeah.
So
that we've had good luck in rural parts of West Virginia too, and it's the same thing. You just don't get the resellers and you don't get the collectors. So
they look at you weird though, because they're like, "Why is your cart full?" And then when
you just come in here for a pair of jeans and leaving.
Yeah, and I picked up. Oh yeah, and then what's crazy was I don't know for you guys. I picked up a World War II duffel bag out there.
Oh yeah,
with actually had the straps. It was all good for $3.99. I was like, I told Jen, I was like, we're taking this thing home, man, because here those are like $40-$50.
Is it stamped?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. What is it? Army?
Yeah.
Right.
It's Army. U.S. has their last name on it, man. It's just crazy, man.
That also, yeah.
But yeah, this was like my dream pick that I always dreamed about. I'm never ever gonna get it back. It's like
Jimmy's moving. Charleston County picker. It's real soon.
I would, man. Everybody's nice there. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I will say that. Parts of West Virginia, and it's pretty. It is very hilly.
So coming back home yesterday, you go through that when you're driving long. You don't really talk to anybody. You're just listening to the radio. So we get to Ohio. I just start laughing, and Jen looked at me like, "Why are you laughing?" I was like, Ohio is so boring. What is going on? What is going on here, dude? It's all flat.
Ohio's very flat. Yeah.
I was like, I'm used to looking at roads like from being in West Virginia, like way up. I'm like, how do they get up there? That's crazy.
See, we think differently. Like we get into Ohio and we're like, look how flat it is.
Yeah, it's just flat.
Oh, it's so nice and flat.
Really?
Oh yeah, you get sick of the hills, especially if you have a yard like ours where it's all hill and you got to mow that.
Okay, yeah, I get you there. Yeah, my yard's flat, man.
And then the same thing, the build of the roads are all wrong because they got to build it around the hills, so they wind and up and down, and it's just when you're in Ohio, you're like, it's so flat and nice. Everything's so flat.
It's just weird seeing a sign that says dip 55 miles per hour. I'm like, what's this? And you're like,
yep, they weren't kidding.
I was like, ooh, the brakes. They were good because I was like, hey, if not, I'm starting to see a semi coming close,
Yeah. That's hi, Kristen. Thanks for coming.
Kristen. Yeah,
hi, Kristen.
Man, it was crazy. It was fun just to get away.
I like West Virginia. There are parts of it that you're like, I don't think I want to live here, but most of it's pretty, and it's very hilly and very mountainous and very green and. Yeah. Well, not this time of year.
It was kind of brown
and kind of brown, but it is pretty. But yeah, no, it's you start to you like the hills and then it snows and then you don't like the hills anymore because you're going down the hill like, oh man,
yeah, you're just gone. Yeah,
you're in your neighbor's yard. So yeah, it's what.
Thank you.
Oh.
Kristen, tried to get this to you before the end of the show last night. Couldn't press the buttons fast enough. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. You're gonna have to get the cabbie super chat. Thank you so much. I think that might be the first cabbie super chat on this program, wasn't it?
Yes, it is.
Might be. Oh no.
I don't. Is that I don't know.
I don't know. To give it a minute. I saw it too. I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
Mo, are you real? Nah. Hello. No, I don't think so.
We're waiting.
I don't know. How can we help you?
No websites, please.
Oh, well, Sarah said it.
Yeah, I would
Sarah,
go
you
with
can do it. No,
Yeah,
I'm
go
going
with
with
your
my gut
wife.
on this one.
Yeah, I'd go with your wife. Yeah.
I've asked. I'm going to ask one more time. Mo, are you real? Because if you're not real,
You gotta go.
all
No
right.
response.
Bye.
All right.
There we go.
Block him.
So, yeah, you do get tired of the hills, but it is pretty, and I understand where you're coming from. When we picked up all those cabbies at that like thing that was out in the middle of nowhere, I said the same thing. Like I was standing in a valley looking around at all these mountains, and I'm like, wow, it's prettier here because our mountains it's just hills everywhere, so you don't really get the same effect where you have the big valley and then the big hills around it. So, yeah. But West Virginia's nice. I mean, he's not talking about new girls, so yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
It was coming. It was coming. I don't even know how to block it. The
Block him.
the block 'em girl doesn't even know how to block. What's up,
3
Flight
dots.
Sack
Hey.
Hey, long time no see.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We had a good weekend of sales. I made an error.
What you do?
I sent the wrong thing to 2 people. The labels got switched. So luckily both of them are like really cool about it, and I sent them both return mailing labels, and they're gonna send it back, and I'm just gonna send it back to the right people. But I felt like a moron. I'm like, you idiot. And I don't know how I did it. Like their names aren't even similar, and like when I box things up, like I write the last name of the person and then the zip code underneath it, because if you just write the last name or just the zip code, you might run into a chance where you have 2 Jones or 2 Scott or whatever. So I write the last name the first name and then the zip code, and most of the time that works out. And not this time. This time
The way that I
wasn't even close either. I sent a dress shirt to a guy who got an ornament, and I sent an ornament to a guy who got a dress shirt. So I wasn't even in the ballpark. Like, and it's not like the packages look similar. One was a little box, one was a bubble mailer. Like, wasn't even close. So I'm like,
the way I do is I just write what the item is, and that's it.
really? But then how do you know? Like, well, do you use the bulk printing option?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you know what label goes to what?
I just do it by what the item itself is. So like you already know. I say I have 2 Nike Frees of the same name, right? But the only difference is the size. That's the only do. I put Nike Free and then the size. And say they happen to be the same size, then that's what I put, just Nike Free, and then the name of the person, the first name, and that's it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say the first name makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then it happened to have happened to have the same first name. I was like, okay, just the last name, and then that's it.
Yeah, I do the first name zip code, because chances are you're not going to get 2 of the same first name. You do get 2 of the same zip code, especially if you have like 3 or 4 going to the Kentucky to the global shipping program. But it's unlikely you're going to get 2 of the same name going to the global shipping program.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So many wrenches, added my own. Oh, nice. Did you? I don't think you can. Sal's here. What's up, Sal? Thanks for coming in. Fartsack won some old eyeglasses on an ill-timed auction page. Super excited when I got it, ripped it open, and it was plastic Snoopy and Lucy and Linus. I'm like, did I buy this? and I just shipped them to the right person, and she forwarded to mine. Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought about having them do that and just giving them each a label with the other person's name on it and having it going direct, but then I'm like, nah.
Yeah,
that would be weird. So I'm like, just ship it back to me, and I'll pay to ship it out to everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so stupid. I feel like such a moron when I got the message. I'm like, ah. But then like you run the risk. So like, here's a scenario where I didn't really know what to do. So like one person reached out to me and was like, hey, I bought a dress shirt and I got an ornament. And I'm like, oh man, I'm really sorry about that. I'll refund your money. And I'm like, would you mind sending it back to me? If it's too much of an inconvenience, just let me know, and we won't, it's fine. And they were like, no, I can send it back. And then I'm like, what about the other person? Like, do you contact the other person right away and be like, hey, you're supposed to get an ornament, but you're getting a dress shirt? Or do you wait? Because there are people that buy so much stuff online, they have no clue what they bought, or they may never open it, or whatever. And I'm like, I gotta kind of wait for this guy to message me, because I don't want to be like, hey, you're getting the wrong thing. So I waited, and they eventually messaged me. But it was that whole like, do I ever mention it to this person if they don't say anything? Because like, I mean, we've gotten things returned to sender to us, and nobody's ever contacted us about it. Like we've gotten things.
Always strange.
Yeah, but then you think about it, and like maybe they died.
I never thought of that, actually.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
I never once thought of that.
Yeah. I always think that. For some reason, maybe it's morbid, but I always am like, maybe they died.
Yeah. Family's like, yeah, they don't need us. Send it back.
Just send it back. Yeah.
Is that the first time you ever did that?
No, it's the first time I've ever done it with two things. It's not the first time I've put the wrong label on one thing and then, realized it like the next day. I'm like, oh shit,
yeah,
or something like that. But I have done it where I've sent the wrong thing out altogether. I've done it where, maybe we pulled the wrong thing. I've sent the wrong postcard to people before. That's happened many times. But we don't, believe it or not, we don't make, as much as we sell, we don't make that many mistakes. It happens, but it doesn't happen often. I don't know. Like, I really like the bulk shipping on eBay, but then like, mainly because like I don't sit here and one time, pack something, print the label, put the label on, pack something, print the label. Like I pack everything up. It's all sitting here in a big pile, and then I just stick all the labels to it and I'm done. And I like that better, but it does leave more room for error.
Yeah.
And my wife's the bulk shipping is trash. So I don't know. Do you guys use bulk shipping? Well, I know Ed does, but do you use it too?
Yeah, I do that, and then I'll print the pick list and just leave it up without actually physically printing it, so I can see everything.
Yeah, I do that too. Because every now and again, I won't be able to find something I packed or something. I'm like, where's it go? What did they get? Oh, they got. Oh, it's
yeah. I always leave that screen up. Every time I'm putting my labels up, I leave that up to make sure it's the correct one. Make sure I put in the correct one, and then that's good to go.
Yeah.
Especially when it's an expensive item.
Yeah. I don't know. I did it today one at a time because now I'm gun shy because I'm like, I'm going to make another mistake. I'm going to send something to somebody like that. So, Bart's like, never had enough to use bulk. Oh.
You can do it with two. I use it with 2 orders and it's still good. Like
Johnny Cash said, I piece at a time, or one piece at a time.
Even if you sell 2 or 3 things, you could use the bulk shipping. It doesn't matter.
Oh, your wife's here. You know what that means.
Love that.
eBay is basically a waste of time. Oh,
don't say that.
Don't say that, Fartsack. It couldn't possibly be. It's never a waste of time. It's only a waste of time until and then you sell something, and it doesn't become a waste of time anymore.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially when you get that $200 order. It's like, yeah.
My anxiety goes up. I'm like, oh no. I mean, it's like happy medium. I'm happy about it that I'm like so paranoid for it to get there, and then and then you get the $5 pain in the ass. You're like, what are you doing, man? Come on.
And
Yeah.
see, that is exactly why I tape it the way I tape it. That thing's
Oh
getting
my
to
God,
that person.
I can't handle your tape. I can't handle it. Just go around it like twice, right down the middle. It's nothing else is gonna happen from there.
I can't. I need to make sure that gets there, and it's gonna get there safely.
This would drive you nuts because this is how we tape cabbie boxes.
Oh God, I do not trust that at all.
Well, so we have to because we put "don't use blade" labels on these.
Yeah.
So people don't cut the cabbie's ass. So yeah, we do that so that they can pick this off and peel it.
Right. He's right about that because I shipped one out and I went crossways with it. Oh man, they're like this lady's like, hey, I'm not gonna give you a negative. She's like, but how am I supposed to cut this thing open when you tell me not to cut it open? I was like, you can cut it, just be careful. I said, I'm sorry, I was just doing it as a caution.
No.
I said, if you actually cut the cardboard when you go to cross, you'll be fine. So, yeah, he is right. Yeah, I've learned that too because man, they get pissed. I mean,
yeah, the farting noise. Did you put the correct label? No, I have to go get your chocolates, Kirsten. Probably tomorrow I'm going to go get them. Because that's my sister-in-law. They don't have the Dutch chocolate in the West Coast. Ed knows that. But it's good. Yeah, so there's Pennsylvania Dutch chocolate is kind of unique in how it tastes. It's really good. It's just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's probably creamier and a little bit more, little like less chocolate, more cream type taste. Maybe probably more butter too. But it's really, really good. Like really, really good. So yeah, they asked me to send them some chocolates. I will. You guys should review it right now live. Tell me what's wrong with your eBay. Do you really want us to?
I mean, I'm not a professional.
Yeah, I don't think we're all that good at it.
I'm pretty sure we would say is wrong too.
Yeah. Yeah. Would want to steer you in the wrong way.
I would say whatever you're happy with your profit, sell it.
Yeah.
If it's not your main income, then be happy with whatever sell you get.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hi, Ping.
Thanks. Hey, Ping.
Hi, Ping.
Mike's Resale 1973 is the name of it. I'll look at it. You probably don't have any cabbies. That's what's wrong.
It's my last one and it's leaving.
Oh, it's too bad. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. And just give me a second. Yeah, probably don't have cabbies. That's what's wrong with it. Probably not. But yeah, I mean, see, here's the thing though. Giving people advice on like what's wrong with their eBay store is always kind of, I don't know, I always feel kind of wrong about it because I don't know exactly what I'm doing and I don't consider myself an expert. So
you're not using 1x1, you have a green back screen, a lot of light.
Wow, Ed's got it.
I don't know. Every cell lately has been off of my.
Your shoe picture is horrible. Ooh, he has Paper Mario. Shoe picture is horrible. Shoe picture is bad. That's what I'm critiquing you on. The shoe pictures are bad.
There you go. There's some. 8 Hour Live is paying off already. Bolo stave wooden puzzles listed for $550, sold in 24 hours for $501. Still waiting payment. Fingers crossed. Wow, what is a stave wooden puzzle? I gotta know. I have a small keychain with. Yeah, that's awesome, Sal. Yeah, I think he's being serious.
Oh yes, I'm being very serious.
I'm not looking.
I'm not looking at it right now either.
I'll look later.
But I will look later.
I'm just critiquing the shoes. That's what bugs me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think you've got to sell with what you know. If it worked at one period of time, what's not working now? How frequently do you list farts at? Because that's the biggest problem that people have. And I see it all the time. Constantly. see people complaining about sales and sales, and like, well, when was the last time you listed? I don't know, last week sometime.
Yeah,
and you're like,
2 weeks ago.
There's your problem.
Plus, what I see is you have like maybe about 100 or so items, so you got to remember that there's a bunch of items on eBay. So compared to theirs, yours is like the very last part of you're at the very last part of the listings, basically. So the ones that are cheaper or list more than you or more active, they're getting put forward more than you, even if your prices are cheaper.
Yeah. You ever try taking things down and putting them back up? Because that always works. That helps.
Yeah.
A lot. Oh dang, Jimmy has a McDonald's watch?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy, he has a McDonald's watch there.
More than likely, I already have it. So I'll just say, I have a lot. You don't want to know how much McDonald's stuff I have.
Oh, I'm sure.
My wife threatens me that every time I gripe that this stuff don't sell, she's like, "Why don't you start getting in your McDonald's stuff?" I'm like, "Really? You want to go there? Start selling your
no." That's
How about no?
There you go.
I mean, if I needed to feed my family, yes, it'd all be gone. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, see all these cabbage patches surrounding me. They'd be gone too if we needed it, but yes, we don't. we're not there yet. Although Sarah thinks we're there whenever she runs out of cabbies. You're only seeing 100, is what he's saying.
150. That's what's showing for me.
Yeah. So hey, Mark.
Hey,
How are you? Mark missed my birthday yesterday. Thanks, Mark. Mark was the inspiration for my my last thumbnail where I put the bag on my head. So him and his foil hats. So yeah, it was like I have. Well, yeah, okay. So there you go. 150. Yeah.
Compared to as eBay as a whole, unless you have like a lot of desirable items, which I'm gonna be honest, from what I'm seeing, aren't exactly the most desirable, except for some of the video games. Everything else is kind of just in there. You have to wait for the right buyer.
Yeah, it's the enlisting frequency. Yeah, is really
that too. Yeah,
if you're not listing at least twice a week or something like that, and not active on the site, then it's gonna drive sales.
Yeah, even if you're listing one thing a day, it still keeps it active. I mean, I know it sucks. I've done that before, where I can only list one thing, and
Yeah. Well, we took the weekend off because we were sort of. I mean, we didn't pause our store or anything, but we didn't go thrifting or anything or do anything this weekend as far as like sourcing goes. So now Sarah's been listing postcards all day because that's kind of our backstock kind of go-to thing, and that's now she's like, I'm like she said today, she's like, we need to go get some more stuff to list. So tomorrow I'm on thrifting adventure with Adam. This is just gonna be me out there again. I've done it before, and it's always and I come across like every time I go, inevitably this is what happens. Like if it's just me by myself, I get into like a store or something, and there's like sale on women's shoes or sale on women's lingerie or sale on something women, and I'm like, oh man. And I'm the creepy guy with all this women's whatever walking out the store, and I'm like,
I used to be that way too, but I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
My problem is I'm just like, do I really need this crap? I mean, that's the thing when I go in them thrift stores, but then I'm like a squirrel and I find it. I'm like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Like for me, every time I go to the women's shoe section, they're all looking at me strange. It's like,
yeah,
I got shoes.
Yeah, that's what I got last week, or a couple weeks ago. Whenever I walked in and like they had this tag is 99 cents, and I'm like, really? So I just found like half decent brand shoes that were women's, men's. Who I didn't care. I was just buying whatever, and I'm like, all right. And I'm walking through this thing with a cart full of women's shoes, and I'm like, I don't care. Whatever you think of me, it doesn't bother me. Like,
exactly. Fine. Who cares?
Still won't buy women's bras though by myself. That's like I draw the line there. So, yeah, but running a sale might work out. And thank you, Mark. You needed
even
a bigger,
if it's 10%. I mean, it's something.
Yeah, I did.
I've been doing I've been doing coupons. I haven't been doing markdown sales anymore. Apparently, coupons are better, and so for me, it's actually been working.
Yeah.
Because the way that I end up doing is for shoes, I always price it $10 more than what I actually want, and I have a coupon that says take $10 off if you buy it now.
Oh.
So instead of me actually sending the offer out and then them not paying, since I have pay for immediate for buy now items, that's considered a buy it now. It's not considered an offer, so they have to pay immediately.
Yeah,
and they still get the same amount. They still get the same deal that I will send out with offers. So it's a win-win. Yeah. And of course, when it goes in, when they're doing search or they go into my store, it has that big red letters saying take extra $10 off with using this code. And I themed it out. I put I think thankful shoes or something like that because of Thanksgiving. Yeah. And I'm gonna do the same thing for Christmas, like I don't know, jolly shoes or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just a mind game. As soon as I see $10 off, that's a big number for some people. They get happy and they buy. And so far, it's been working decent.
Yeah, our store is built around our 30% off sale, so we'd be in deep trouble if we did something like that. But let's see. The silly part is the puzzle was just sitting in my need to list pile for months. Oh, $550 just sitting there. See, that's crazy though. What's the secret eBay hack of the week? I don't have one.
Secret eBay. Just list. It's okay.
Yeah, list. Just list. Yeah, it's a good one.
And don't complain when you don't get sales and be like those lazy people who sit at the couch and expect to get the sales.
I've over the last week or so, and Jimmy sent a post to our little group chat today too, and that I'm in that group too. I didn't see it. I saw it after you sent it, but
I died. I couldn't help it. I was like, what I'm sorry.
I'm showing it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm showing it because
it's real.
Your phone's bigger than mine, so
wow. Really?
Well, I'll do it. Here, hold on. Hold on. Mine starts blinking and it gives everybody fits.
Yeah, because I'm in that group too. Let me see if I could.
Let's see.
Oops.
There it is. So, yeah. Solo layout.
I got it.
It says, well, the caption is "First time I got this, shipped first class in priority mailbox. First class label, priority small box, postage due $10." I'm like, everybody went ballistic on that guy.
Oh yeah, man, they tore him up. Oh yeah, I was
dying. Completely ballistic on that guy. And but I'm in that group too. And the vast majority lately, and I've seen even some influencers that I know on Instagram and stuff, like all say the same. Like I've just been seeing a lot of people being like, sales are really down, and I have no motivation to list and this, that, and I'm like, you said the problem, and then you had the solution to the you know exactly what you need to do, but you're not doing it, but you're complaining about it. And
it's because I think because there was another live that Tommy was in also, because you know how Tommy is. He likes to just bash the big YouTubers. And he was making fun at a very known one that starts with an H. That's all I'm saying. That he's giving false how do I say it? Not advice, but false, I guess, ideas or goals for these new resellers, thinking that like, oh yeah, just go to the Swami flea market, buy that one thing for $1, you're gonna sell it for $100, you'll be fine. No problem. And then they go to Swami, I was like,
happens all the time.
Where's all this $100 stuff? I was like, oh, you gotta wake up at 3-4 in the morning, you gotta make connections. They never put that part out.
No, you don't. He's going to come home with a truck full of bowling balls. Do promote and I end and relist. You got it. But yeah, the ending relisting works in a pinch, but you definitely need to list more and list frequently. I have enough stock where I would not have to source for a couple years. Wow. But where's the fun in that, Margaret? That's why I have a huge load of stuff. My hack to get sales from Instagram, that's a good hack. It does work too.
It is.
The last one I heard was change your handling time. Yeah, that'll do it.
I mean, I have 2 days. They still email me, or they still send me a message. When are you going to ship this out? I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah. We have 2 days. I think all of ours are. No, ours are all 1 day. I'm going to start selling hamster wheels with a free roll of foil.
And I bet you that will sell.
I bet it would too. I accept returns too, but buyers have to pay for it because
Same.
I'm not going through that garbage anymore. Because I just got tired of the shoe doesn't fit, or these aren't right, and it's curbed a lot of them. I mean, and like the only reason I changed it too is because I saw how successful Poshmark and Macari have been with not taking crappy returns, and I'm like, why would I just do free returns on eBay just to appease eBay? Like, because that's all I'm essentially doing it for, is for that top rated plus. And I'm like, there's no reason in the world to do this, because I don't want to take free returns and I don't want this crap back. And there were so many people buying things, trying them on and being like, I need to send these back.
Yeah.
And you're like,
plus on the 29th day, they just happen to not fit anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. And we had a lady the other day, she bought a pair of, like, I think they ended up being like $8 shoes. Like, they were leopard print shoes. We paid $0.25 for them. Like, they sold, and she's like, oh, these aren't the right size. I'm like, you are more than welcome to send them back. And then she started the return, and it said return started. I'm like, wow, she's going to pay $9 to send these things back. That's crazy. And then return is closed by the buyer. And I'm like, she went, oh.
Yeah,
I think she realized it.
Yeah.
Well, I think she saw what she was going to get back in return. Like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah, I paid $8 to get the shoes here. I'm gonna pay another $8 to get them back to the guy. And by the time I'm done, I've spent $16, and I only spent $8.50 on the shoes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, perfect sense. And that's all I said. I'm like, you were welcome to send them back. I'm like, it's, and it's not like we didn't put the size, like the size was there. I mean, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but you should not be buying shoes online if you don't know how they're going to fit. And I'm guilty of it too. A friend of mine got me a pair of Crocs that I wanted for my birthday, and they're the ones with like the fuzzy interior. I didn't even think about it, but they're a little tight on my foot because of the fuzz, and I'm imagining they're going to stretch a little. But when I got them, I'm like, oh man, I need a 14, and I'm like, they don't make them in 14. Like, so I'm going to just let these things stretch out and hope for the best, but I can't send them back. So
I'll keep an eye out for some 14s for you.
They don't make them.
No.
Hey, you never know. I got
No,
one.
they really don't. That Croc doesn't make them.
Yeah,
trust
me. I know.
No, they make regular Crocs in 14s.
Yeah.
Not the ones with the
fuzzy ones.
Not the fuzzy ones.
Yeah,
I have those, and they're so warm.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted them, because like when it's not super snowy out and it's just cold, like I'll just throw them on and I'll go, shopping or whatever, or go to wherever I got to go. And it's much easier than putting socks and shoes and my boots on or whatever, and then so I had a pair of like slip-on shoes that had that like fur in them, and they were fine like all for the last 2 years. So I figured I'd just use these to replace them. And I mean, I'll wear them around and see if they stretch out. If they stretch out, great. Not, oh well.
Yeah, those are the ones you can't boil.
There's a huge YouTube influencer that stated for years comments to help your YouTube. There's a huge YouTube influencer that I'm imagining stated for years.
There is a huge YouTube.
Oh yeah, okay. Stated for years that comments help your YouTube. He just found out from YouTube comments have no impact. Dope. Really? I thought they did. But maybe I'm wrong.
I think it does, because remember, all YouTube really cares about is them keeping them on the platform, and technically them commenting is keeping them on the platform.
Explain how it doesn't, Mark, because I'm not sure. Stop selling high return stuff. I don't. Thing says, I rarely get returns, but I'm not going to go the route of offering free returns. That percentage discount is not enough, and I'm low volume. Yeah, I agree. Kelly's here, late to the show. I had someone buy pants last night. I marked them shipped and paid for the label. They emailed me after to cancel because I couldn't guarantee them to arrive on Friday.
That is a scenario that happened to me, and I do have an update on that actually.
Did it arrive on time?
It arrived. It got authenticated. It got delivered. No message. No nothing. The buyer accepted it.
There you go. They say pictures is the key. I have sold postcards with upside down photos. Same. but I don't offer free returns either. Too much of people using them. Like, yeah, then that's why I stopped. I've had 60-day returns forever. 60-day, no way.
Wow.
I mean, who's gonna return a postcard anyways?
Yeah, that's true. Nick Nimmin, is that a YouTuber?
I see.
Do I need to say more? I don't know who this person is.
But Mark, I know exactly who he's talking about, but which video are you talking about? His most recent one? Because I haven't seen the most recent one. The only one I saw was the one him explaining. I was going to tell you guys about it, that now it's good to post multiple videos a day now on YouTube because they separated long form, shorts, and your community tab. So now they're different. They're going to show differently now. So you could do 5 shorts and it won't affect your long form. You could do 1 long form and won't affect your shorts anymore. So they completely separated it out now. Okay, so yeah, I wasn't in his live, Mark, so I can't exactly say then.
Oh,
but
he say that. He jinxed us.
Dang it!
No.
Yeah, Nick Nimmin, he's basically one of those YouTubers who's I think he has connections to YouTube or someone. He's definitely.
I honestly don't know who this person is.
He has a sponsorship with StreamYard, but he's one of those learn how to grow on YouTube, doing these steps, and he's
like this. This drives me nuts. I'm like, come on, man.
I can't handle it. I can't. There was a guy who. Did you see the guy that was? He was complaining. He's like, I'm tired of all these TikTokers getting views just from doing
reaction videos.
Reaction videos, and like the guy next to him was just sitting there like this, and then somebody did one with like that extended his arm down to the next one, and then somebody extended that picture, and so at the end of the day, it was like a guy sitting here like this, a guy laying on the couch with his arm up like this, like it was just this whole mess. It was hilarious. But yeah, those reaction videos, and anytime, like if I'm on TikTok and it's like, I'm going to tell you how to make that, and I'm like, flick. Like,
yep.
if I could swipe, no, I don't ever want to see this content ever again because I'm tired of it. Like there are side hustles, I'm sure, that are profitable. Like there are certain things but everybody starts at the top. You know what I mean? It's like, you can make $650,000 a day. And you're like, no, you can't.
Right.
you maybe, but probably not. And it just it drives me insane.
Yeah.
I hate the ones who use the built-in voices. Those are annoying.
Yeah. You can make $650,000 a day.
Yeah. Ed, stop watching my videos, man.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Darke County Picker, and I bought this hat for $2.20.
No, for Jimmy, they're probably gonna call it Drake County Picker.
Drake. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Drake.
My name's Drake County.
Drake, Darke.
Yeah, or Darke. Yeah, it could be any number of things. I've had 1 postcard return this year. The guy thought all postcards were unique and that they weren't mass produced. Oh, Lord.
Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me?
So the point is, all this eBay hack talk is just what people think. It's just not one thing. No, you're right. I don't necessarily think that there are hacks that work. I think it's just all about the more activity you have on the site, the better things are going to be for you. The less activity you have on the site, the more stagnant it's going to be. I mean, and that's been proved. I think that's proven, and I don't think that's a hack. And I think that's the way they want it, because they want people that are constantly active on their site to be seeing benefits, and they want the people that aren't constantly active on their site not to see it. So, I mean, I feel like that maybe it's built into their algorithm that way. Maybe it's just because you're active that things start moving up to the top. I don't know, but it's not a hack. I mean, it's just the way it is.
And then remember, if you give eBay more money, they're gonna show your stuff more often. But at the end of the day, is do people really want what you have? And if you have crappy pictures and it shows like crap, they're not even gonna bother going onto your listing. At least from what I've learned.
Yeah, you're right. But then again, sometimes, because we've had a couple items where like our pictures weren't that good on it, and it's sold. We've had things that maybe weren't the best quality of things, or maybe in bad shape or whatever, and they've sold. So like it has to do with that, and it also has to do with, again, how active you are. You could have some really crappy things, and they're just gonna go because you're extremely active on the site.
But at least your pictures are clear, though. I'm pretty sure you've seen some pictures before where they're like really far away, extremely blurry, and then
there's a foot in it.
I was like, wait, what is this? What am I buying? Am I buying the foot or am I buying the shoe?
There's a cat in the background. Reflection of the guy in his robe.
Dang it.
Or those
get off my eBay.
The listings where they show somebody holding, like, I think it was a card or something, and they just to grab somebody's attention.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yes, right here, or just below here. Yes,
and the weird thing is, it works for people too.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the models. Like people will model their own clothing and things like that, and I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Like, you're buying used clothes, and for certain that at least one person has worn it right then and there. So I don't know. I mean, we're not normal size people to begin with, so modeling clothes is out. But
I mean, I don't know, because for us, 2X, 3X, even sometimes, they want to see how it looks, and those are the highest selling shirts that I'm getting, at least.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, I feel like the mannequin accomplishes the task well enough. And I've seen people sell, I've seen people that have no problem whatsoever selling things, and they just hang them on like a hanger on the back of a door, which is like every YouTuber's right. But like every YouTuber that does eBay always says, don't do that, it's ghetto. Don't do that, it's ghetto. And I've seen people do that and make tons of sales at it, and it works out. And I've seen people say like the white background thing, and we've never had a white background. Now our background is pleasing, but it's not. We've never done it. We've thought about it, and we're going to invest money into it, and like actually turn the area where Sarah takes pictures into like a little photo room with all white backgrounds. And then we kind of tested it for a while, and we white background a few things, and then we took, just our regular pictures, and it didn't seem to make a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, the only reason I don't like the white background is because it looks, it doesn't look like it's actually the item you're gonna get. It looks like it looks like a stock photo, and of course I've been accused of that, especially on Poshmark, because on Poshmark that's what they do. They use stock photos so much. So what I end up doing now is I just do the first picture as a white background, and the rest I leave alone to see. Is like, this is the actual item you're getting, and it's from an actual person. It's not a stock photo,
right?
And that's at least what I'm going. But I think the reason they only want you to do white background, of course, is for Google. And to be honest, how many sales are we really getting from Google? Is it 1, 2, 3? We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
All they really sell is external, but they don't tell you what kind of external.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know that it really has that much of an effect. I just don't think it does.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And also, some people would rather like to buy from an actual small business instead of, this person is a stock photo. It's probably part of a big business.
Yeah, that's true. We used the stock photos when we had the Amazon returns. We would use the Amazon stock photo, and then we'd have the next pictures would be of the actual, because a lot of the stuff we couldn't picture because it was new still in the bag or whatever, or maybe it was, vacuum sealed or whatever. So we would have to use the stock photo to show what it looks like, and then like the box or whatever, or if the product was there, then the product. And that seemed to work just in the same way you said. That way they could actually see what they're buying. So that kind of worked. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like a lot of people watch, that are just getting into reselling now. They watch all the YouTubers and they immediately think like they got to run out and buy this, and they got to run out and buy that, and they got to run out and buy, and it's like,
stop. Yeah, stop.
Hold on. I could save you some money here and tell you don't. There are certain things you're going to need. Like, you are going to need some decent lighting. That is key, because if you have crappy lighting, or if you have reflections, or if you have lighting that kind of changes your color a little bit, like, a lot of people have,
like the little warm white ones, like the ones you have right there in the background.
Yes, exactly. But that kind of stuff will change your lighting. But other than that, roll with that for now. You know, if you end up being, number one t-shirt seller and you're selling tons of t-shirts, maybe invest in a torso mannequin, but don't go crazy and go buy the, like the Lonnie setup where it's got all the lights and you've got this big, like, you don't need it. Just hang on, get to where you're going first and then start reinvesting. So, I had a cat in my, we did have a cat in one of ours by accident. I love getting my feet in there. Go watch the Action Figure channel, Toy Chest. She has a lot of viewers. She keeps toys close to the chest.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Jimmy's like, what was that name again? Can I need to write this down. Hanger on the back of the door is the only, yeah, exactly. And if it is, it is. Roll with it. It's not going to not sell the shirt if somebody wants it.
I've sold plenty of $200 t-shirts off my wall. I mean,
the only time it's going to not sell it is if like there's a big stain or a bug on the door, then that could be an issue.
Or you have it photographed in your lawn with a bunch of dirt piles right next to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the bathroom door. That might be a problem. But
I mean, because like I said, if it's for example, if I had the shirt like Bearded PokeTuber, that I would not put a Grateful Dead shirt on a mannequin. Just I don't want to stretch it. That's the only thing. So
yeah, no,
it's going to be. But I mean, if they want to see how it fills out, I mean, basically you just need measurements in your photos, which I really don't do. I put them in my description though, so they can see it in the bar.
As long as they're there somewhere. And the photos don't, I mean, we get so many people because we measure everything now. Like there's at least one photo of a measurement of some sort, even if it's just a picture. We don't put measurements near postcards because that just seems like a waste of time. But like and everyone's like, what's the measurement on the frame? I'm not even kidding you. This is a word for word the message we got. I looked everywhere. I cannot find. I looked everywhere and cannot find the dimensions of the frame. And I'm like, looking through. I'm like, it's picture 12. Like you didn't look everywhere because you must have missed the one picture where the dimensions are there. And Sarah's like, please let me respond to this person. Okay.
For me, I've actually been selling more clothes and shoes lately, and it's because I have a lot of sweaters listed right now.
Yeah.
And the way that I do have my measurements in the photos with the measuring tape, I do a faraway one. That way they could see exactly how I'm measuring it. And then I do a close up of the actual number. That way they could see that. And I do the same for pit to pit and from collar to the bottom. And of course, I still get the same questions. What are the measurements? And I'll respond, last pictures, and that's it.
Yeah. Yep. I think laying shirts on the floor is ghetto, but tons of people do it. That is true.
That's what I do.
I used peel and stick wallpaper on foam boards. I did all right with those. It's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people do in the beginning too is they go to a Dollar Tree, Walmart, they get the white, construction paper, and that's how they start.
She's laughing about your comment to that.
She is.
People listen to what they want to hear. That is true. The first room I tried taking photos of had green walls. It made all the photos tinted green. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
A lot of resellers are resistant to change. That is very accurate. And a lot of them have very bad habits too.
But yet, as soon as their favorite resellers, a YouTuber say, is like, I changed this. Okay, let me go change it too.
You ever seen the video game Lemmings?
No.
One lemming starts, and then you get a bunch of other ones following them, and then the next thing you know, you got this majorly long line of lemmings following. It's the same idea. I mean, but yeah, no, I mean, I've been guilty of it. You know, like when we had Mark on, it is a great example of this. Like when we had Mark on for the first time, like he's talking about postcards and he's calling everybody else sheep, but he got us. You know, and he's talking about postcards and how easy they are to list and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, why are we doing this? Like, they take up this much room and they're easy to find. They're cheap. Most people have no idea what they're worth. And why aren't we doing this? So we did it. I mean,
so sheep are people who copy off of other people.
I don't get that one either. I mean,
I mean, who really does that?
It's a common term, and it's been thrown around a lot in the last couple weeks, but for different reasons.
I think it started out with Squishmallows. I mean, I think.
Well, yeah, who gave us that idea?
No one knows. Some shy guy. Some shy guy on your second live ever.
Because somebody with a long beard, he told me to sell Squishmallows last year, and that's exactly what I did.
Yeah. Hey, it worked out. You know what the funny part about it is there was a certain group of people that were doing it that was really good at doing it. And then like some other people got scattered into it and didn't do so well with them. And we were like, I don't know why you're not doing well with them. We sell them all the time.
I remember when that back crate behind you was full of them.
Yeah.
A
bunch of.
I think I'm down to like maybe 5 of them. We don't have that many of them, man. We blew them things out, man.
Yeah, we don't have any. Mark was testing out having a model hold the postcards, but the cards kept getting sweaty. Herd of sheep follow the herd. Yeah, no, you're right. I get it. I know where it came from. I was making a joke about the current political climate that's going on and everybody calling each other sheep back and forth from both sides of the aisle, and you're like, I don't care that much. But yeah, but the I don't get it, and I say this all the time. Is it like, I try to give people as good advice as I can, and it's based off of my experience. It's not based off of anything else. It's not an opinion. It's not maybe. If I don't know the answer to a question, I'm not going to be like, I have no idea. Like when Fartsack asked, I'm like, I don't want to be held responsible to say, hey, this is what's wrong with your store. I try to give people advice based off of my experience, and that's all. But then you have a lot of other people that are like, you should be doing this. If you're not doing this, you're crazy. Or you should be doing this. You're wasting your time if you're not. And you're like, how do you know?
Right.
Like, how do you know what they're doing doesn't work? Like Mark is another guy. I keep picking on him, but it is true. Like, had I not known or not talked to him prior to that, I'd be like, why would you? Who collects postcards? Nobody collects postcards like this. Stupid.
Weirdos. Okay.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
And it's kind of like how I was watching his store.
We have a sheep cabbie that we sold.
Oh,
it's a sheep.
Is it not going to another reseller?
Oh, I hope it is.
You could put a little IKEA bag with it. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
It'd be an inside joke.
It'd be a total inside joke, but man, would that be funny. Oh God, that would be priceless. Yeah, everyone should have cabbies.
Like when I was seeing the store, the only thing I really commented was the stuff that I knew, which was the 1x1 pictures, which I do, and it does look better, at least in my opinion. And then, of course, the shoes is because I'm very familiar with that I do know, but everything else I didn't give my opinion because I am not familiar in that subject or category. One of you guys might be more better than me at that, but I only saw 3 pairs of shoes, and that's exactly what I gave my opinion on because that's what I knew.
Yeah, and that was we were on that Pickers podcast last week, and at the end of the podcast they asked us for like, what's your eBay tips, and this, that, and the other thing. And my eBay tip was really simple. It was just like, sell what you know. Don't go looking at what I'm buying or what Jimmy's buying or what Ed's buying or what Commonwealth is buying. Name the biggest YouTuber that is into eBay out there, and if you try to chase what every one of them are buying, you're going to drive yourself insane. Just sell what you know. If you know it sells, and you can, and you're well versed in it, like Sarah is with Cabbage Patch, and even if you're not that well versed in it, if it's something that you're learning or whatever, just you could go with that until you get into it. Like there's things out there that make tons of money. Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering cards. And I have no interest in learning that. Like, and there's a huge learning curve there, like a giant learning curve there. And people have told me all the time, you should definitely get into that. You should get into that. And I'm like, I don't have the patience for that kind of thing. Like if it's something that you love and and you're willing to, sell it and you can speak to its authentic. I'm gonna be able to get that word. There you go. Then sell it. But me as a person, like by the time I got to a level where I would authenticity. Thank you.
Oh, there we go.
By the time I got to the level of where I could, confidently, I know. Yes. God's talking to us again. By the time I got to that level of being able to sell something like that, I would have put in 12, 13 hours trying to figure this thing out. And I don't want to do that. Like, I'll just sell more Cabbage Patches and Levi's and move on with my life. So
plus there's always something new to learn in every category anyways.
Yeah.
It's like me, to be honest, I'm still not 100% certain about the shoes that I get. I know about the ones that I've sold. I know the models to look for, at least for athletic shoes. But thinking of it like this right now, my source, he's only getting boots now. And I know the reason why, because right now we're in winter. The problem is I didn't put the time in to learn boots. I only know that if I see Gore-Tex with Vibram, get it. But I don't know what brands to look for just for your regular boots. Columbia. So that's something that I need to learn.
Red Wings.
Columbia, Red Wings.
Well, yeah, of course, the common ones I know, but there's other brands out there that sell really good.
Yeah.
That I'm probably passing up because I don't know what they are.
I would say, to be perfectly honest with you, anything that is genuine leather with a safety toe in it, or anything that's genuine leather, period, is probably going to be worth your time. I mean, because you got to think about it this way: Walmart's not selling anything that's genuine leather, and you're not going to get cheap. Nobody's putting the time into putting genuine leather onto cheap boots. So if it's genuine leather, chances are good you're going to get more money. You're going to get decent amount of money for them. But you're right. There are like brands out there that you would only know if you were a cement mixer, or you would only know if you were a coal miner or something like that. And yeah, it's a pain, but yeah, I mean, but you learn as you go on. Like, I didn't know anything about, I mean, I knew jeans. I knew the jeans I liked to buy. That's all I knew. And, as time went on and we started buying more and more jeans, we eventually figured it out. And the other day, In a Box in a Garage sent me a couple pictures, and he's like, "Hey, can you tell me something about these?" And I'm like, "Yeah, send me the underside of the tag." And he's like, and I told him, they were made these were made in 1981, these were made in 1992. Those are, this and so forth. And he's like, "Wow, thanks, man." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's just from doing it so often, I figured it all out." So
right. See, and how often would you get that kind of information from a big YouTuber? You would.
Have you ever tried to DM one of those guys? I take that back. I take that back. I would feel like I could think of a couple that would more than likely get back to you.
I know too. Yeah.
Kevin would. I bet if you sent Kevin a question about something like that, he'd get back to you. Would it be actually immediately? Maybe. I don't know, but I would bet he'd get back to you. Let's test him. Ask him a question about San Diego baseball. Tupperware. There we go. Tupperware. Yeah, Mark and Sarah have me convinced Cabby postcards are the key to eBay. It's not far off. I show people what I do and try hard not to tell people to do anything. Yep. Stop chasing bolos. Just look for an average stuff and bolos might show up. That's exactly. Adam needs to reinvent himself. While you're selling the good stuff, people need to be learning and looking for the next thing. Yep. So, yeah, Kevin always responds to Sarah. That's right.
Yeah, and then of course
the Daily Cabbage.
I mean, Sarah has surpassed us in just every possible. Well, not very possible, but she surpassed you on YouTube already.
I don't know.
She's
I saw a picture. She needs to step her game up.
No, like Instagram wise, she already passed you subs.
Oh yeah, Instagram wise, she kills it.
Oh, she's killing it, man.
Yeah. She's been considering building another one for Ephemera, and we were talking about it today, and I'm like, I don't know if you're going to have that much success with it.
No, I doubt it.
And I'm curious because maybe you will, but I feel like the group that are looking for Cabbage Patches are the group that's your core audience on Instagram, whether they like Cabbage Patches or not. That age group is what's driving Instagram right now. So, that and all those celebrities that left Twitter because Musk bought it. So now you've got them in there too. But you've got all these people, and they're all in that certain age group. So I feel like the Ephemera audience is either too old or not interested. So I don't know how well that's, but it's a cool experiment. We're going to give it a shot.
I think it might be in the older category that who don't use social media because they don't know how.
It might be.
And then people in my age range and younger, they're not going to bother. They're not going to bother because they're more interested in something else.
That's not true though. But your age range and younger love vintage. Like they decorate their houses in this stuff. Like the majority of like the old towels that we get are going to people that
I don't even know.
They're going to people that are younger because they want to decorate their house to look vintage, and it's a thing now. So a lot of it might actually work out because you might actually get that younger audience thinking, "Wow, how cool is this?"
Yeah,
you know what I mean, or like. So
I don't think they will go with postcards. So I think they will go like Jimmy was pointing to, like a picture.
Oh no, it's gonna be a little bit of everything. It's gonna be photos. It's gonna be postcards. It's gonna be old advertisings. It's just gonna be general old ephemera. So we'll see. I'm curious. It's a cool little like experiment she's doing. I like it. Cameron's here, guys. We're
congratulations on the wedding.
There we go.
Thank God.
Hello there.
You can we can get started. All right. Well, now that Cameron's here, we can talk about the live cash drawing we were going to have. But
we were. Am I eligible?
No.
We're on the panel.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to talk about who won the Powerball. Well,
yeah,
the daily.
I didn't win.
Right. I'm gonna try. I think anyway. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. What's up, bearded PokeTuber?
Try it.
Did you sell the shirt yet?
You knew it was coming. You sell the shirt yet? Kelly and I are working with reseller Ginny now on getting all my stuff set up. Might be the next option for auction tracker. What is reseller Genie?
My reseller Genie is a version of what GoDaddy did. GoDaddy bookkeeping.
Oh, okay.
And then apparently Auction Tracker was another one that I wasn't aware of, but they're shutting down as well.
Yeah.
So my reseller Genie is the best. I don't know about best because I have it, but I just don't understand it. I'm not 100% sure. But that's the other thing that you can integrate your banking, your PayPal, all your stuff to do all your accounting stuff. But I'm just not aware. It confuses me. I'd rather just do it the old style way.
I have QuickBooks Self-Employed, and that seems to work. It's not as integrated, but it works. I mean, you can add your bank account and everything into it. I don't do that. But you can take pictures of receipts and stuff like that. So I don't know. I watch a ton of YouTubers, so I'm aware of what keep an eye out for, but I generally just pick up things I think will sell or have feelings about. I'd say 90% of vintage, 10% contemporary. See, perfect. That's exactly the way it should be. Yep. Couldn't have said it better myself. Cameron and PokeTuber have arrived. Yep.
Hey.
Kelly and I are working getting my inventory file uploaded. It's 90,000 line file. I tried to automatically from eBay, but it timed out too many times.
Oh, dang.
Party over here, party over there, party everywhere. There you go. Sal's disco dancing. So, I don't know. It's always such a tough, like, you want to talk about this like directly about people, but you just can't.
Yeah,
because you're just like,
it can go south too, man. That's the only reason I don't like giving people advice, because I mean, I'm opinionated anyway. So I mean, and I'm monotone, so I may come off the wrong way when I'm not trying to.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, that's a new sound. I was like, what is that?
Sorry, it was my.
I was like, it scared me.
Yeah, that's another issue. I have this similar problem, is that, like, if people ask me direct questions, the likelihood I'm not going to answer it is slim, unfortunately. And it sucks too, because like, it's hard for me to one lie, or to two to just blatantly flat out refuse somebody an answer to something that might be genuine. You know, if you ask me a spicy question like live on the internet, I'm not gonna answer it.
Right.
Like, if you're gonna ask me my political affiliation, or you're gonna ask me who I voted for in the past, or something that could get me in a lot of trouble, I'm not answering that question. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, have you ever had because this just happened. It was kind of, it made me mad, but then I'm kind of like, you know what, whatever, dude, just be jealous. So basically, we'll go back to vintage hats, right? I sold a sports specialty hat for. The hat was probably worth 120. I sold it for 80, just to let it go. Well, I had another person that had one for sale too. Like, thanks, jerk. I mean, exactly. And then people were sending that dude best offers, for 80, trying to get it. But I'm like, well, dude, I only paid 50 cents for the hat, so I could care less. I'm gonna let that thing go out the door for $80 all day.
Right.
Yeah. They probably paid 50 to 60, for their hat. So they're trying to get max value out of it. So that was the first time I ever had another seller message me mad because I made a sale and they didn't,
But after that, chances are good they're the next in line. Like we've done that before. We do that with the ink tags. Like I can always tell when I become the cheapest ink tag because all of a sudden I start selling. And then, every now and again someone will come in and they'll undercut me and I'll slow down for a little bit and then it will happen again. So like after you sold that hat, he probably is next up, and it is what it is. People pay different money for things. You don't want to go down too far. So, Jesus, thank you, Bearded PokeTuber. That's awesome. We really appreciate it. Once the dancing cabbie. There, dancing cabbie.
Nice.
We got corn now. Oh my god.
It's cold.
Big clump of opposite has the juice. Sorry, I sent that to you, Jimmy. I was hungry.
I knew it was you, Cameron. No, I'm kidding. No, it wasn't Cameron. No, this was.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a fellow Ohioan. It was kind of weird. I was like, okay.
Really?
Huh. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a YouTuber. I'm just saying it was because I checked their stuff out. I was like, oh, so you're from Ohio too? Cool.
I've never had that happen. I've never had another seller message me. I've had people message me that have said like, oh, your shipping's really high, and I know that because I used to sell on this platform. And it's like, well, there's two things you said there. One is used to sell on this platform. I'm like, and the second thing is like, if you used to sell on this platform, then you know how calculated priority shipping works. When the post office changes their price, it changes. Right. And she's like, and they said like, oh, well, a lot of people do flat shipping. And I'm like, we used to do flat shipping on a lot of things, but within the last year, they have changed their prices 3 times. So, and they're going to do it for a 4th come December. So why would we continue to just fluctuate our flat rate when we'll just throw calculate it on and move on with our lives? So,
and maybe if I lived in the middle of the United States too, I'd do free shipping because I'm halfway in between both coasts. But
yeah,
I don't.
But then you'd have to live in like Wisconsin. No, Wisconsin's not middle. You'd have to live in like South Dakota or North Dakota.
Yeah, somewhere weird,
Wyoming. You want to talk about flat?
Yeah, that's flat. Yeah, that's flat.
So it'll be strictly eBay and postcards only after first quarter next year. No, I like it. You're getting it. We got rid of Etsy. We're keeping Poshmark. Macari is dead to us. Poshmark has been in waves. Like we'll have a weekend where we're crazy, and then like during the week we'll get nothing, and then like the weekend will happen, and then boop, we'll get a bunch of sales again. So, but Etsy, we pulled all our stuff off of Etsy. The fees are killing us. So that's the one reason eBay has stopped showing the price when best offer is accepted. That makes sense. Oh no, I'm not following the herd. Being on the West Coast, I would never do flat shipping. Yeah.
I do flat shipping.
Yeah, you do. But you're within like, what is it? You're doing $12 flat shipping? $12.50?
So anything here on the West Coast is a flat $10 because it ends up being like $8 or $9 right now with the price increase. And then for mid and East Coast, I have it set for $13.50 flat. So for the mid coast, I think it's like $10.20 to ship to them, and then to the East Coast, it's $12.98, somewhere around there. So it did go up, but I still have wiggle room, and that's all I did. So and that's only for 2-pound rate though. And when it goes to 3 pounds and above, that's when I do calculator because I'm not gonna bother.
What if you
figuring that out?
If you get Puerto Rico, you're in trouble.
Yeah,
I have that excluded. No shipping.
Okay.
To Puerto Rico.
That's the problem.
I'm fine with Hawaii because it's literally down there, and it's actually not that bad. But yeah, Puerto Rico, I have that blocked.
It's funny. Hawaii is the same cost for us as you are. So it's the same. It's $12.80 or something like that. It maxes out at that. I think Hawaii is the same.
Yeah, like $12.80 or so.
Yeah, it's funny because it's to get on a boat. So
I always cry when I ship something to Hawaii because I'm like, man, I wish I could go to Hawaii for like $7, $8.
I mean, you could
Just slap a label on it. Let's go.
Make sure it's a Poshmark label and you're fine.
Yes.
Right.
$7.95 flat shipping. Yeah. I do flat shipping. I'm on the East Coast. Yeah, we used to. We did it with cabbies, and the problem was like we had it at $10, and then they raised the rate, so we raised it to $11, and then they raised the rate again, so we raised it to $11.50, and I'm like, just stop it. I'm like, no one's gonna care if it's $11 or if it's $12.80. Like, it's $1.80 difference. You might as well just put calculated on it. That way, we're not playing this game anymore. And it got to the point where, like, Sarah had like 7 or 8 followers that were religiously buying Cabbage Patches from LA. And so we were like, I'm like, it's fine, but technically we're losing $2 every time this happens. So maybe we'll just put them all calculated and move on with our life. And that's what we did. And it works out. I mean, 9 times out of 10, most of them are, most people don't care. So I'll be changing all my toy items to priority in the next couple of weeks for the holidays. Smart. Zone 8. I've added handling fees of 50 cents for first class and 75 cents for priority forever, all calculated. Yeah, I don't have a handling fee. I've never had one.
Either.
I don't know.
I mean, do you find people, nobody bitches about it, Mark?
Yeah, that's
because
what I'd be
people
afraid
complain
of.
about the dumbest stuff to me sometimes when it comes to shipping fees.
They already complain about shipping as it is. It's like, well, we don't control that.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Like when I shipped out, well, the bigger blow mold I sold, I actually got the box from work for free, which was cool. But when I had to ship out the smaller one, I had to go buy the box, and that box was like $8, and I'm like, man, I could have charged that person $8 for that, but
yeah,
that killed it.
I was like, yeah,
but
I don't know. We've had, like with Macari, there's only 2 rates for first class, right? There's under 8 ounces and above 8 ounces. There's 3.
There's 3 rates. There's a 4-ounce rate, 8-ounce rate, and up to 1 pound rate.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So the 4-ounce rate is like $3.72. Then the 8 is $4.68, and then the 1 pound is $6.18.
Yeah, and so we typically mark everything at the higher rate, just because you can't go back in and change your weight on Macari. So like if it's an 8-ounce rate and you end up or you put it at a 10 ounce and it comes out 12 or whatever, then you're screwed. So I'm like, all right. So we just put everything at that high rate. I didn't think you could now.
Yeah, you could go back and change it. I always do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because but then she has Macari on her phone, so she could upload her things. And sometimes she makes a mistake where she puts the wrong way, so I go back, double check. I go, she put it wrong. I change it, and you're
no. I mean, once it sells, you can't go back and change it.
Oh yeah, no. Once you sell it, can. Never mind.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like, and we don't weigh everything every time we list things. So the easiest thing to do is just put it at the highest rate, first class rate, and move on. If it's, and I've had 3 or 4 people be like, your shipping's too high, and we're like, it's $6. Like, even if I moved it down to the 8-ounce rate, it's almost $5. Like you're complaining about $1.20 here, not even, and you're paying $15 for the shirt. Like, just stop.
Right.
And I don't get it, but whatever. So I pretty much only sell shoes and video games, so that flat rate works for me. If I sold everything, I'd imagine it would be a pain. Yeah, it does get to be. No one's ever complained about the handling fee. 3 rates. You charge a handling fee too. Interesting. You ever had anybody complain, Ping? They just skipped the 12. Yeah, the 12-ounce rate of Macari for
How does that show up in the order details? Does it actually say shipping and handling, or does it say is it all just together? Because I don't charge one, and if it's all together, then of course they would never complain about it because they wouldn't know.
Ed's gonna have a $150 handling fee. Why shipping? That would be a legitimate complaint right there.
Yeah.
All you need is
my
one
time.
sale.
That's what my time's worth.
The time's worth a lot. Some resellers do not understand shipping. Why do you think buyers know shipping? Yeah, I guess so.
Exactly.
I found most buyers don't know shipping very well at all. If you have a buyer paid shipping, you can't change it once it's that's what I was saying. Most people will make offers to cover the shipping, so price accordingly. That is true. No complaints. The handling fee is part of the so it doesn't show up, is what you're saying. Like
so they wouldn't even know.
It doesn't show up as like $4.95 for shipping plus $75 handling. It does, or 75 cents handling. If that's the case, I might consider throwing one on there.
That's
I'm like shipping
is
put
$6.75 on everything. It's like this for my box, the box that I get for free.
Yeah, well, but I mean, like there's a couple items like the cabbies are kind of a pain. I mean, they, it's not hard, but it's time consuming because you got to take them, put them in a bag, put them in the box, tape both ends of the box, put the do not cut stickers on either side of them, then ship them out that way. So it's, there are certain things that if we had a handling fee on it, it would certainly be worth the time. So, no, it doesn't show up. It just adds it to the total. Interesting. Yeah. I sell a lot of different size shaped items, and yes, it's a pain, but sometimes, a pain in the butt sometimes, but I still love it. Yes. Same. Price for shipping is one price. That's pretty cool. Add $10 per box for tape.
Shit.
Yeah, you got you.
I forgot that Mark knows how I tape my stuff because I send him a box.
Sarah, we ran out of clear tape, so Sarah was at Walgreens and she got this.
Precious. I hate those things.
I do not know how you use this.
I hate them things.
This is the most cumbersome thing I've ever had. Because first of all, this blade is in the wrong spot. Because if you press down to kind of pull it, you have to pull it across at the right angle, or else you're just going to scratch the tape all the way. It's awful. I don't know how you do it.
I use those for my Macari labels because I still do the inkjet for Macari labels. But I have those in case I run out of my big eBay tape ones, and they're pretty useful. But you're right, they run out fast and they suck.
Oh my god, no! Oh god, I hate those things. This thing was awful. I'm doing it. I'm like, how does he do this? I don't even know.
You should have just went to the $1.25 tree. You got a little small roll. I mean, it gets you by.
He lives in California. It's $2.25.
Oh, $2.25.
I think we have a $5 section now.
In the Dollar Tree?
Yes. I'll see if I could go by and show you guys.
Holy crap.
So there's it's Dollar Tree. We're not talking about like Dollar General. We're talking about Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree, yeah.
Wow.
That's not right.
Hey, we have our socks behind glass. Are you really surprised?
Yeah, you win.
All right. I added a handling fee when I sold 2 huge stereos receiver back in March. Yeah, I can see that. What's up, Swamp Picker? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Also, there is a perceived value for items. Yeah, I love those little things. I hate those things,
dude.
I did a $29.99 flat shipping with a $9.99 handling fee. It covered most of my costs for the box and shipping materials. That's smart.
Yeah. When you get your invoice from eBay, does it actually make a difference between shipping and what you charge for handling, or is it all just together in shipping?
I think everyone's saying that it goes together, so it would have.
But I mean, for our invoices, for basically tax purposes, I wonder if there's a difference in that invoice if it actually shows.
Oh, I know someone who's going to know the answer to that question. I guarantee Mark knows. Walgreens is expensive. It was the cheapest. Yeah, that's true. So,
no, the duct tape is the cheapest.
Yeah.
Put first postcard. Like it.
There you go.
We got the Office Quiet tape. Have you ever had that? Where it's like, yeah, it's here.
Yeah, it's right there.
Well, ready? That's it. And that was this squeaking.
Yeah, I had to get that because my wife works third shift, so she hated that. Yeah. She always hated that.
I think my neighbor hates me every time I do that because I do all my packing in my garage, and all you hear is like, roop, roop, roop.
Well, to be fair, he hears it for 25 minutes per package.
Yeah.
All that tape on.
Oh, forgot this side. There we go.
Maybe I'll
One
have
of these days, one of these days, I'm just gonna get a ball of tape shipped to my house with like a little in and out ornament in the middle of it.
Ooh, and I actually had a present for you guys too, but I don't know if you guys would like it because it's like it's actually a kid's item. But I know you guys would like it just for decoration purposes.
It's possible. It's called shipping and handling. Your time is not free. You're right. I get
Okay.
Nope. I have not sent an invoice in a long time. Oh no, he's asking for tax purposes.
Yeah, for you know how eBay gives you those monthly statements. If it shows a separate category for shipping and handling, I mean, what is it? Handling.
Yeah, I think that's what it. Yeah. Yes, Ed. Shipping and handling are the same line as far as eBay is concerned. There you go.
Oh, okay, so I guess. Oh,
yeah.
All right.
I was ready to send back an item to an eBayer that the wife got there. There was so much tape, we almost damaged the item. Wow.
I'm not changing my ways.
I've gotten those items before.
I'll still be receiving my package with a bunch of tape on it.
Yes. Did you finally run out of the
holiday tape? Yeah.
No, I still have it. I still have some from last year.
Oh my
Dang
god.
On.
Yeah.
That's because I have when I first started, I got a bunch of these. I think I have like 100 rolls of these. So I've been rotating between these, the white and black ones, and then the holiday ones. I like the holiday ones, so I'm keeping those for like
Holidays.
Whenever.
Yeah, I still have a bunch of these. We use these pretty frequently. Yeah. But
I'm boring.
We of course
I
use
just
them
have
on
clear.
we of course use them on non-USPS marked.
Sure you do.
Yeah, of course. Mark's not sure. I've shipped thousands of boxes over the years with 2 strips of tape, never had an issue. Yeah, that's what we do. We go around, and then if it's a cabbie, it has to be a certain way. Do you ever look into those machines like what Amazon uses? The paper tape that has the water that you got to wet.
Yeah, but those things always come. They always come. I mean, for me, every time I get those with the that brown Amazon tape, my packages always come half open.
See, that stuff's strong.
It's because I didn't heat it right.
Yeah.
Thing.
I was just curious, like, because has anybody ever seen anybody that actually invested into one of these things and uses it regularly? Because they make a small one now. Mm-hmm. No, I mean from a reseller, like resellers. Like,
yeah, they've got that little U-line one.
Who? Well, maybe I thought you said your work.
Yeah, my work. Oh, yeah, they've got the little one where you put in 48 inches and it'll spit it out. And, yeah.
But you know how much that thing costs?
Yeah,
it's like $400 or something insane.
Yeah, there's who does have one? Oh, I have seen a YouTuber have it.
Bearded Picker uses one.
Okay, I don't think it was. Yeah, Yakov. That's who
Yakov.
It is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've always thought about using them because it looks kind of cool, but like I have nowhere to put it, so it's not going to really matter. But like I don't know. I've been always curious because like when we reuse Amazon boxes or whatever, there's always the one that's on the bottom, and that I've put really, really, really heavy books in these boxes, and it's still holding. Like it's holding on for dear life, but it's still holding. Yeah. And I'm like, these things might be worth the time. And then I looked into it and I was like, oh, that's I'm not spending $400 on a machine. So
I mean, does it really save that much time though?
I don't think it would save time more than it would save tape. Because you really would only need 1 or 2.
I mean, I just eyeball it.
Yeah.
Just curious. I don't know why I mean, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know why I brought it up. My packages with the brown tape also come. Yeah, that's because it's Amazon. Cajun Reseller also has one apparently. Expensive, yeah, unless you're selling large amounts. Yeah.
I mean, you think one of those or would the ones that make the bubble pillows be better?
The bubble pillows for sure. That I could use.
Yeah,
because
I'd be
bubble
popping
wrap
the
is
whole time.
yeah.
Dang it.
Bubble wrap is getting more and more expensive as days go on.
Did they raise the price again?
I haven't looked at Bubble Boy lately, but so we were getting it from American Bubble Boy. And if they want to sponsor this program, I'm sorry, but I have to tell you, there was a period of time where American Bubble Boy was too expensive. Well, it wasn't too; it was more expensive than Walmart's. So we were getting it at Walmart because they were like $3 cheaper, and I could just that have it brought to me tomorrow, or I could just go get it. So I was like, all right, well, and it was significant. I think it was like $4. So I'm like, all right. And now Walmart is starting to eke up because the last roll I got, I think was like $12.50 from Walmart for 100 feet. And we don't use a lot of it, because we don't sell a lot of really fragile things. We've tried to get away from that. But we will if it's something worth it. But so today we ran out, and I'm like, oh crap, we need more bubble wrap. So I looked at Walmart, and it was $11.50. Now it's $13.75 or something, and I'm like, great, now they're creeping up. So I was going to go look at Bubble Boy again and see how expensive it was, and maybe they went back down or whatever. But it's becoming more expensive. So when you asked about the pillows, I think it would actually be cheaper to have that machine and just make air pillows. So
I think they actually went down $1.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, so my last order was in July. I'm surprised I'm surprised it lasted me this long. Last time was in July 21st. Huh?
Tommy uses double-sided tape. It's fun to watch the struggle door to door. There you go.
Oh man!
And the total was $48.51. And for what is this? For the 12-inch small plus 700 square feet of bubble tape, bubble wrap, that was $47.52. So it went down $1. So it didn't go up at least. From them again. Yeah, so it didn't go up at least.
Maybe I'll order from again. Want to know what's getting expensive? Romaine lettuce. It's gone from $40 a case to a few months ago to over $100 a case. Eating healthy is hard on the wallet. That is true.
Yeah, I agree.
That is true. And we talked about this before. Romaine lettuce is always getting salmonella up too. So
yeah, just cost savings. I hate lettuce. Yeah. Perfect.
Problem solved.
Not a rabbit.
The price today was insane, but I got bubble mailers. Yeah, she did. She found those Scotch bubble mailers on clearance for $2 for
I did too, man.
Oh, you found it too?
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
That was like jackpot, man.
Tommy, where's your favorite Jewish amigo? Sam's Club good bubble wrap Scotch brand, 240 feet for like $12. Good stuff, not the bubble boy. Okay.
Bubble boy crap.
I wasn't gonna say it. It's Tommy.
We were just talking about you, Tommy, too. I just can't remember what the subject was anymore.
You were talking about how Tommy likes to stir the pot in other chats and talk about.
Oh yeah.
And you were talking about how you were talking about
how he was bashing a YouTuber that may or may not have the initials HT in it. I believe that was. I know he said 9:30. Yeah, that's right. Romaine lettuce is poison. He only listed one thing last night. I'll never go to Romania again after what they have done to lettuce prices. Oh, dude. Yeah, there you go. Bubble Boy is absolute garbage. There goes your sponsorship, Tommy Bernard.
Yeah. We're trying to get sponsors around here.
Yeah, no. Ed apparently has one because he has a T-shirt. I did get an email today from from Venue, and I thought I was real excited because it looked like an official email, and then I read it, and apparently they've finally fixed the app, and now you can mark things as sold on the app, which is what you couldn't.
You have the socks on too.
I don't have the socks on.
You missed it yesterday. Commonwealth came in the chat and he was like, "Where's my wrench? Why don't I have a wrench?" And I'm like, "Oh crap!" Well, no, because he has 17 accounts and like 2 of his other accounts have it. The main one, the Commonwealth Flipper one, didn't have one. He's like, "You're dead to me," and I'm like, "I'll get you a wrench." So I got him a wrench, and then the first thing he does is share his American Bubble Boy link. Come on, man. He's like Ed with his list perfectly. Ed's gonna get list perfectly tattooed onto his forehead.
Hey, if they pay for stuff, I'll do it.
He's like, I'll do it, no problem.
I would not sell my soul for that.
Not on my forehead. It could go right here.
Yes, Harry Tomatoes. I believe that's the YouTube channel. Yeah, I think that is it.
Oh, yeah.
Buyers just paid for the puzzle. Oh, Sal, insure that, buddy.
Yes.
You definitely want to throw the extra insurance. Are you going to throw the extra insurance, or are you going to live dangerously? You're going to be like Austin Powers, and I too like to live dangerously.
I would live dangerously. I would try it.
$550 sale?
Yeah.
Oh heck no, I'm getting insurance.
Where's it going, Sal? Is it going to LA? Because if it's going to LA or New Jersey, don't live dangerously. Or Chicago.
I had an 8-ounce bag that could go first class. It sold for $100. I set that thing priority.
Oh, all the time. We do it all the time with like anything over like $50 as far as like ephemera goes. Like if we sell a $50 picture, it goes into a rigid envelope and it goes right in the bubble mailer, like the priority bubble mailer. Like $100 worth of insurance. It's fine. If it gets lost, it gets lost. You know what's funny though? It doesn't seem to get lost. It's weird.
It's funny how the bigger items always seem to get lost, but the small ones don't.
No, I'm just saying, like, if it was if I had this and this, and I sent something in this, and I sent something in this, I bet this would never get lost, and this would get lost at least once or twice. It's funny that anything with that priority thing on it doesn't seem to get lost. It's weird.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah. Let's see here. I mean, the stuff is so bad it sticks to its own self. Scotch brand flows like the hair in the wind. There are companies offering money for tattoo advertising. Oh Lord,
I know Domino's had one.
I saw a popular YouTuber / TikTok person talking about how much money they've made from wrapping somebody else's product all over your car, and I'm like,
wait,
no,
wasn't
absolutely not.
Wasn't there somebody in the community that actually got a tattoo of a tornado on them?
Yes, there is somebody that got that.
And multiple.
Yeah, there's multiple people that have done it.
Oh,
yeah, I would not want somebody's company name on my car because I'm not that polite of a driver.
Right.
What if it was Vendu?
Yeah, no, it's going to be bad for Vendu. I'm telling you right now, it's just not going to be good. They're going to get a phone call and be like, this big guy in a blue truck cut me off and your company's name's on it. And then he flicked me off and got out of the car and started yelling at me. Whoops. No. And it's not a big payday because they even said how much they got paid on the video. And it's like $1,200. And you're like, period? Like, that's it? You get a check. Here's your check. When does this come off? Like, there's got to be some sort of timestamp there. Or is it $1,200 and you leave it on for 2 years? And no.
Yeah, right.
So the only one Jimmy would consider has arches.
Absolutely.
Did you know they made a double Big Mac?
No, man, I mean, I don't like Big Macs anyways, but I'm like, whew,
yeah,
that's a lot of bread.
No. It's the same amount of bread, 4 patties.
Okay.
I didn't know they made it. Somebody was complaining that the Big Mac's now $7.50. And somewhere, I don't know where, and I'm looking at below on the menu, and it's like double Big Mac, and I'm like, I didn't know they made a double Big Mac. Like, that's a lot. I don't like the Big Mac all that much either, but it only costs like $10 extra to insure 500. Yeah. Sal says I only live dangerously in the bedroom. Heavy insurance for sure. Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah, smart. Well, depending on what insurance you get. I put USPS priority sticker on all my boxes that are not USPS boxes. Yes, so does Sarah. She loves the USPS stickers. There's a chicken version of the Big Mac. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
It's only released in certain areas.
I bet you it's some crap. Oh, that was funny.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here all day.
We were talking last night about chicken sandwiches, and curious as to, because Baldy Pal was on and he was promoting the calendar and such, but he's a big Chick-fil-A fan, like huge Chick-fil-A fan, and he was almost ready to run off the live last night when I said it's not that good.
It's garbage.
It's not good.
It's average. I mean, it's okay. I mean, compared to like, if you compare that to a McChicken, yeah, it's good.
Well, I admit their breakfast is actually good. Their lunch is nasty.
I like the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
That's what I said, because he asked me, he's like, okay, well, what chicken sandwich would you say is superior to Chick-fil-A? And I'm like, Popeyes, hands down.
Well, and then let's see. Saturday I had the Sheets' chicken mozzarella one. That was pretty good.
You've had good experience with Sheets.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it, but I'm also a little disappointed in my Sheets. Because there's 3 or 4 things you can get from Sheets that I get that I know will be good every time. But they're like, every time I've ventured off into something else, it's been a huge disappointment. So like, it's the appetizer platter,
okay,
the cheesesteak, and the turkey sub, and that's it. Because everything else, like, I've had the burger, and I've had a burger before, and it was decent. And then I've also had a burger where it was like, they just nuked this 20 minutes ago, and it was frozen 20 minutes ago.
Yeah,
and
ours was, man, it was good.
Yeah, and that's why when you were like, oh, I got the burger, and I'm like, oh, how'd you like it? Yeah, I guess it was good. Some Sheets are better than others, though. It's just weird. They used to be, when we were in our 20s, they were awesome. They were like Wawa and all these other ones that are like really trying to put out quality food.
Yeah.
Now, doesn't seem like they care. So, let's see here. Mark had a guy today pay priority for a $4.55 postcard. Yeah, why not?
Seriously?
If you want to make sure. We just had a Chick-fil-A open here, tried once, and nope. Paul, KFC chicken sandwich is pretty good. The KFC chicken sandwich isn't bad. It's not Popeyes, though.
I like the chicken littles. Those are pretty good.
It's similar. You know what? I can't believe I've never talked about this. I've never had one until like a month and a half ago.
Seriously?
Really?
Yeah, never had one. And there's 2 reasons I never had one. The first reason I never had one is because I remember seeing the commercial for the very first time and thinking to myself, who came up with this idea? Because it's literally taking everything that KFC does well and just putting it in a bowl. They're like, what do we do well? Chicken. Okay. People like our mashed potatoes. All right, we'll put that in there. They like the gravy. All right, now throw that in there. Yeah. You know what else? They like the corn. All right, put that in there.
Yeah.
Perfect. It is, but like from delivering Uber Eats and stuff like that, I would go to KFC and people would get this ultimate bowl, the bowl all the time, and I'm like,
with the cookie.
Yeah, I've never had one. I didn't get it with the cookie.
It
didn't come with a cookie.
The combo comes with a cookie.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get the combo. I don't think
you got to get the combo. It's a chocolate chip cookie.
I don't ever get the combo because I'm not a big soda drinker, and the only soda I like is Coke. And I don't, if it's normally for dinner, and if I drink it now, I'll never sleep. And yeah, but so I normally don't get combos on anything. So anyways, so I get it. Wow, it's a whole new life. Like I'm like, holy crap, this is amazing. So yeah, really good.
I like this so much. I make my own here at home. It's very easy to make.
Yeah, how hard can it be?
Well, that's the thing is because we always got it from my son, and every time I saw him when he opened it, I'm like, the presentation of it looks disgusting. But same thing.
There's a lot to unpack in that comment. First of all, you're worried about a presentation at KFC.
Yeah, I know, but when you open that thing, it's like, what? Yeah. What is this, man?
You're like, did somebody already eat this?
Right. But yeah, I mean, yeah, they're good. They're good snacks, man.
They are good. Yeah, it was really good. It was surprisingly really, really good. You know who has the worst presentation is McDonald's. You get that sideways burger. You get the one where the bun's over here and the burger's over here.
Except for that one day, Sarah sent me a picture of one of her sandwiches. I was
perfect.
Like, corporate had to be in town on that one. I have never seen a sandwich that perfect.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. I'm like, are you sure that's not the one they didn't take it out of the display case?
Yeah, that had
Is
to
it
be
covered in glue? Truthfully, I didn't get the hype on Chick-fil-A either. When I had it for the first time, it was just meh. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it was meh.
I mean,
They used to be
they're good.
better.
I don't crave over them.
Yeah,
No,
me neither.
Not like waiting 10 minutes in line for it.
No, they used to be much better 4 to 5 years ago. There wasn't a piece of fat on the Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Now it's not nearly as good.
Yeah, and that's my problem. I've had gristle in my sandwiches too, man. I
haven't eaten there in a while because Sarah doesn't really like it all that much, and I don't really care either way. And most of the time when I drive by, I'm like, I'm waiting in a line, even though it does go really, really fast.
Yeah, it does.
Because at work, I got Chick-fil-A here, and I got Popeyes like right across the street from it. I'm like, I'm going to pick Popeyes
every
time.
Yep,
that's where I'm going.
Yep. Gas, oil, and windshield fluid are 3 things I would buy from a gas station. It's good.
Not me. I buy
KFC
pizza.
KFC years are bad. Ooh. Same Swamp. I haven't got a good KFC in years. See, ours is pretty good.
Yeah,
ours is good.
Juice.
It's cold.
See you, Swamp Picker. Thanks for stopping by.
See you, bud.
KFC is here. Is too greasy. I
Ours
think that's
is.
a staple.
It's not that bad, Ping. The ones that I've had, I go to are actually pretty good. It's not that greasy. I mean, of course, I always ask for extra gravy.
Did you know? And another thing that I saw KFC, because I watch TikTok way too much. Like I really need to get a better life and not watch TikTok so much, but I can't. Once I open that app, I'm hooked.
Oh yeah, you're just swiping. Yep.
Yeah, there's been times where I'm like, it's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, like whoops.
How'd that happen? But
how'd that happen?
I've never done this, and maybe it's a common thing, and I'm going to sound like a complete moron right now saying this, but people dip the chicken in the gravy.
Yeah,
yeah.
I've never done. Never wouldn't even think to do something like that.
Yeah, extra crispy chicken, man. You just put that. Oh yeah, man.
No kidding. Yeah,
I do that all the time.
Yeah, well, it's when you said that. That's why I brought it up, because I'm like, I would never once think to do that ever, and yeah, people do it. But I mean, I guess with the famous bowl, that would make sense now. But yeah,
yeah. And you forgot the cheese on the famous bowl too. They put
there's cheese on it. Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta have cheese, right?
Yeah.
I make famous bowls at work for a snack sometimes. Nice. All the chicken here is greasy and gross these days, except Quick Trip. Quick Trip is dry. I don't know which is worse. I would go with greasy over dry any day of the week, I think. What is Quick Trip, Northwoods Flipper? And thank you for coming in.
It's like it's a gas station, just like Sheets and all them.
Oh, okay.
It's down south.
Oh, okay. TikTok is a gateway drug. My OnlyFans bill is huge now.
It's the perks of work. I know.
Tommy's watching some foot videos. Have you guys seen that? There's tons of TikToks where guys are walking up to their wives or something and having their phone pointed at their feet, and it's the Jeffrey Dahmer. Relax. I just want to take some pictures. And they're taking pictures of their feet, and I'm like when the electric bill's a little higher than you thought it was going to be. I'm like,
no, my TikTok are cooking ones, so I don't get those.
Oh, yeah.
Here
you go. We were talking about this the other day. Favorite is Jollibee. We don't have these here. I don't know. You might have them, Jimmy. It's spelled just like that.
Jollibee.
It's a Filipino fast food restaurant. And they do fried chicken. They do, weird. Yeah, and it's apparently really, really good. And a viewer just sent me a message. I won't say who it is, but they said they went there for the first time. They've seen it for a while, and they were like, we've never gone, so we were talking about it on the live the other day, and they went and they were like, it's really good. And I'm like, oh, have you ever been to Jollibee?
I've heard of it.
There is some in LA.
Oh.
Apparently their fried chicken's really, really good, and it's Filipino. So cash taken chicken, I love it. It's like a sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Cohen out here has some really good fried chicken. We'll get that again. Quick Trip is what we call a Thursday night when the kids are in the bath.
Oh, jeez.
He doesn't agree. He's out. Yeah. Only had Jollibee chicken once and liked it. There you go. So all I want to do is come up to New York is a Bojangles. I heard.
Yeah, Bojangles is awesome.
I've never had it. We saw them in Myrtle Beach several times and heard it was good.
The first one I had was in Tennessee. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that good, huh?
It was pretty good.
Is it like Famous Bowl good or better?
Oh, I'd say it's better. Yeah, it's better.
I was never a fan of KFC. I mean, their original recipe was, but when they came out with that extra crispy, it was a whole new day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I saw a whole documentary on it too, and it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, the company's background is really interesting.
It's like bologna. You gotta get past it.
Yeah,
just don't think about it.
Yeah. Well, we were before we left for Atlantic City. We were watching. Mike Rowe was at that bologna factory in central Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And they were, he was throwing the logs of bologna, and then they were making it, and I'm watching him making it, thinking to myself, like, but then, like, at the end products, when he's walking out and he's showing, like, and I'm like, I wonder if, we're going to the middle of the state. I'm like, we could stop and get some of that. It looks good.
Yeah. I know, at the end, you're like, I want a bologna sandwich.
Yeah. Sarah, fried bologna sandwiches, man. They're so
absolutely
good. Love it. But every time I've brought bologna into this house, Sarah's like, what is this? She just does not like bologna. So
do you have a preferred if you do get bologna? Because I love Cons. Like that's I could do Oscar Mayer, it just tastes different.
I don't like, you mean like in the plastic pack? Oscar
no,
Mayer?
I got to get it from the deli.
Yeah, no, if it's from the deli, it's got to be from the deli. But no, not really. There's a couple companies out here that are out here that makes them. That's the most common bologna. But then there's the sweet bologna that's out there too, which is much better. So
excuse you, Ed.
We get those a lot here.
Can you get that or something? Or? Okay.
I'm just surprised you didn't get the boom, boom, boom ones.
No, not yet. I wish we had a Cracker Barrel here. Cracker Barrel is the way.
We do have a Cracker Barrel, Ping. You just got to drive around about 40 minutes away from here.
That's like, man,
she's in Anaheim. I'm like 25 minutes away from her.
Yeah. Well, she needs to know where that Cracker Barrel is. Y'all talking about these fancy places. We literally just got Starbucks and Five Guys in 2022. Christ, we suck.
Yeah, we just got Starbucks and a Kroger, man. We're stepping up to the game.
Yeah, well, I wish Kroger would make its way out here, but they never will because Giant Eagle runs it. If you think about it, bologna is just cold hot dog pancakes. Yeah, it's true. Wonder Bar is the only way to go for bologna. I've never had it. Come on, you're trolling us. There's no way.
The 99-cent Walmart one?
Oh, God.
That stuff's slimy. That is slimy. Oh.
No, you're trolling us. Because their hot dogs are garbage.
Yeah.
Hot dogs are terrible. They don't even grill. Like they just kind of blister. Oh man. You got to be trolling.
Seriously?
That's gross.
Come on, no.
I know. We got to go, but I'm waiting. To find
this is
I gotta know.
She's just happy.
Oh, that's so disgusting. It's the worst.
Yeah,
okay. You're trolling us.
Come on, man.
Thank you.
That's horrible.
Ugh,
it's like if you like slime, okay, that's good.
Yeah, there you go. One in Victorville, is that where it is?
Yeah. I went to it. It's cool.
There's one right down the street from my house. In fact, we're going to. I think we're doing Thanksgiving this year. So.
Nice.
Anywho, we've been at it for 2 hours.
We're going to the Chinese restaurant.
Do some Christmas story.
Yeah.
So, anywho, what do you guys got coming up this week?
So me, I have one video in mind. I have everything ready. I just need to actually make it whenever I have time. I did release that single sandal video that I was telling you about last week. Pretty interesting, and everybody was on my side. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, buyer cusses me out, and you should probably block them because they are dumb. That's the most I can say. But I do have another video planned that was gonna be about a fellow reseller, but I'm not gonna expose them because it was a Facebook post. But I'm just gonna show the idiocracy of some people because they're dumb too.
I like it.
But other than that, I'll be back here on Monday with all of you. Assuming there's no holiday I'm not aware of.
I don't think there is. And I'm going to be in town because for a while, at least until January. So, Jimmy, what do you got going? Oh, well, you had a video come out today, right?
It was short, yeah.
Yeah.
Out West Virginia.
Yeah.
And probably another short, just be honest, because that's all the time I have right now. Because I do got to go out to work. I got to go for work close to Chicago this weekend. So Monday could be interesting.
Stop by and see Mark on your way in.
Well, I say Chicago is kind of outside of Gary. I'm just trying to just be nice about it because
there you go.
Where I got to go, I'm kind of scared, but it'll be okay.
It's going to be fun. So,
yeah, other than that, that's it.
Cool. We got me and Sarah are going to be live. We're going to do a 2,000 subscriber giveaway here real soon. But there's a couple things about doing those giveaways. One, you want to make sure it holds because every now and again you get like 2,002 subscribers and then you're like, boom, back down to 199. You're like, ah! So yeah, we're going to be doing one of those sooner or later. I haven't decided what we're going to do for it. We do have some giveaways that a few viewers have sent in to give away, so we're going to do some of that, but we haven't decided what we're going to do. So that's going to be coming up soon, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, me and Sarah will be back live on Thursday, and then Sunday, of course, like usual. And then, yeah, the three of us will be back here on Monday, and then What's Sold video on Saturday. And again, for those of you that watch the What's Sold video, I know in the middle of the What's Sold video, there's some dead. I don't know what happened. I looked at the whole video on my editing program. It's all there. So I don't know.
You sold something illegal.
Yeah, YouTube censored me. I started talking about like political stuff, and for some reason they censored me. I had a gun in my hand at the same time. I don't know what was going on. So, yeah. So, anyways, I know there's a blackout. Just fast forward 3 minutes and you'll pick it back up. So I apologize. But anywho, that's it. Anything else you guys want to chat about before we get out of here?
No, as always, thanks everyone for being here, and tell your friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
And use List Perfectly with Ed's code. And if you don't like List Perfectly, use my code on Vendu.
It's doubled my income.
There you go. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next Monday. Bye.
Good day, sir.